Sorry, hold on. Let me flip this camera around. Okay, hello. I was like, oh man, this is not what I was expecting, guys. Okay, so hello, good evening. I hope that you all are freaking well. I am well. So I just wanted to say hello and do hopefully a fun pick a card reading. I don't know about y'all, but my love life is not swell. I'm sorry if you can hear like all the noise in the background. My bad. The city is loud. But yeah, I was like, I personally am lovesick myself, and I was like, hey, let's put out a reading, pick a deck, and we're gonna talk about it. So welcome, 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 guys. Please don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, please engage so I can get back into the algorithm because I haven't been here for so long, so I'm trying to get back into it. But yeah, so this is the first deck. This is the first deck. It's the traditional Rider Waite. The second deck is going to be, this is like my own concoction of a deck. It is like regular playing cards, but also it still hints of the Rider Waite deck. This is my own mess of a deck, but I've grown accustomed to using it. And then last but not least, we will have the Hermetic Tarot. So please take a moment, meditate, see what deck speaks to you. And we're going to look into love messages specifically, just to see what's going on love wise. So hopefully advice. I'm not coming in here if this is single or coupled. Like I didn't think that far. I just was just like, I just want to get some love messages out. I haven't done a love reading in a minute. I could use one my daggone self. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So welcome, 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 guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to drop a like, and yeah, let's get into it. So let's start with pile number one. See what's going on in the stratosphere of love. Yeah, okay, so definitely some pile one, somebody definitely has an eye on you, but they're not speaking. So I'm imagining that there's like it could be a crush, secret admirer, but I think you know this person. They're on your socials. They reach out from time to time, but they're not. They're planning on returning, but they haven't returned yet. So let's see what we got for pile number one. What are those love messages? The Magician. Yeah. Look at that. Page of Swords. Not surprised that came out. Yeah, somebody has their eye on you. I'm picking up a lot of Aries energy, but I'm also with the Magician, Page of Swords. This person can be quite manipulative. That's not a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying. Hey, how are you? Hope you are swell. The Knight of Pentacles. This person has been really slow. The Four of Cups. You're probably sick of this person. Not you're just dissatisfied with like the pace and the rhythm that everything has been moving. Oh, we got a few. Okay, look, alright, how do you want me to take the spirit? You have Wheel of Fortune flat dead in the middle of your deck. We have the Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups. So this person could definitely be involved with another person. That I promise you, I'm not just saying this because you're, here. I'm saying this because it's the truth. They're probably dissatisfied with this person, but they're in a relationship with them. But let's get two more cards so we can dig into it. Yep, the Moon and the Justice. So, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So this could certainly be like a whoa. The Lover is followed by the Two of Cups. That is so funny. In reverse for what it's worth. I don't typically read reversals, but anyways, yeah. So there's a person here. Okay. I do picture that there's kind of like I'm getting a fire air mix in particular, and maybe this is in like earth houses. So this person is all over the place. I said all that to say this person is probably all over the place. They're definitely keeping an eye on you in secret. We have the Page of Swords to the Moon card here. So this is, like I said, that secret admirer energy, but I think you know exactly who this is. This person is most likely in another relationship or has entertained people or like has juggled other relationships, or if that's not the case, they were in a relationship with somebody. They broke up with this person, but it's still really muddy. Like they're probably still canoodling or trying to figure out what are the new dynamics of the relationship, whatever. So it's a little, it's a little gray. Um, But this person certainly is manifesting a reunion with you. They dream of you at night. They want to see you. And I think my problem with this, I just got this too. My issue with this is that like they might want like a polyamorous type relationship, or they have a dream where they can like bite off more than they can chew. And anybody who's talked to me outside of this channel or whatever knows that I'm not necessarily for or against polyamorous relationships. My first question to anybody who's like, you want to be in a polyamorous relationship? You want to be in an open relationship? I'm like, can you afford it? Can you afford me physically? Can you afford me mentally? Can you afford me emotionally? And can you afford me financially? Me and multiple people, because I expect to be treated like I'm one of one. I don't care how many girls you got running around. And the answer is typically no, they can't. So I really picture that this is quite an immature energy, especially with this page of swords here. But in their wildest dreams, thank you, in their wildest dreams, they would like to have kind of like their cake and eat it too. And again, I'm not opposed to it if you can afford it, you know. So that's up to you. Some of you guys may or may not agree with that mentality, but I'm just telling you what's going on here. So this person is certainly hiding something. They've hidden a connection, they've hidden one, but they still feel so emotionally drawn to you. They genuinely feel like you guys should be in a relationship and that you'd be good together. Look at that, followed by the emperor, of course. This person is operating out of ego, but this to me feels like, and guys, I don't usually say this. I don't usually say this because I think it's overused, but in this case, I'm going to use it. They're definitely operating in like a toxic masculinity where they just kind of think women are like collector's items for more or less. Like they just feel like women don't have much personality. Like you're kind of like, oh, this woman, she has like nice boobies or whatever. So like I'm interested in her in this. This girl, she is pretty flexible. That girl, like like Pokemon cards. I don't know why. Maybe this person has like an interest in something really like specific. Um, but yeah, I'm getting that. I'm certainly getting that. And so this person, for what it's worth, has taken a long time to come towards you, but they want a reunion. Particularly if there's been a separation or you guys aren't talking, I'm definitely getting an energy where they're like in the shadows. Definitely giving me that creeper energy. Definitely giving me that lurker energy. They lurking, okay? Um, I really feel like most of you know who this person is. Yep, the page of, see what I tell you. Childish, very ego based. You will be hearing from this person soon. They have every intention to come out and reconnect with you. Yep. This is a soulmate. The worst part about this, guys, this is definitely a soulmate. This is someone that you were meant to cross paths with. They recognize that. They feel that. But because, again, of their mentality, they have certainly, like, explored other things, but they're sick of it being stagnant. So perhaps you haven't heard from this person in a while, but they've been creeping on you, or they've been thinking about you, or they've been dreaming about you, and so they are going to take that step to reach out. They want to end this silence. They definitely want a reunion and for balance to be restored in this relationship. Look at that, the Knight of Wands. You see me shuffling. You see I can't make this up. I'm at the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands at the bottom. So they're coming back passionately. But to me, look at this. Yep, the Two of Swords to the Queen of Swords. I suggest that you don't, they're coming in passionately, but they're not coming up as a king. They're not coming up ready. They want something from you, and perhaps it's mostly sexual. I'm hearing conquest. They want something from you. It's not genuine at this point. They're curious about you. They're interested in you, but it's not fully developed. It's still an extremely new and naive space. And so I feel like you, as the Queen of Swords, you hear them, you see them coming, you know what it is, but you're just kind of like, I'll wait. I'll wait until you have something, worth offering. The Seven of Pentacles. Wow, this is crazy. Yay! I thank you, Spirit. We are in it. And even the Devil card. So they're coming with some energy that, to me, the way that I'm interpreting it, is pretty low vibing. Like they're low vibing. It's not because they're a bad person. It's just because they're very much in the matrix. They're very much caught up in their own world view. They're listening to, the podcast. They're definitely like, I'm a red pill. Like, they're just there. But I feel like, again, because you're soulmates, I really feel like you are taking a moment to to teach them something about how this is not going to work, because I do feel like you are standing your ground with the Queen of Swords. I highly suggest not to totally give in to this person. Hear them out, especially if you do like them and you're interested in them. There's nothing wrong with liking them, but it's just like, if you expect them to treat you with some sort of respect or give you, the whole shaboodle, then you're going to have to make them work for it and make them wait for it. Do not just give in. If you give in too easily, then it'll just restart this cycle. They'll go back to the person that they were dealing with. You'll just be caught up in this third party situation, because they don't have any intention of not being in a third party situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is very new. Like, before, back in the day, people used to be, ashamed of like being in a relationship with a girlfriend or whatever. Now people are just like, no, she's fine with it. And I'm like, is she? So this person will be very upfront. Probably they'll probably like, hey, like, I have a girlfriend. Um, she's cool with us exploring, and I want to explore with you. If you don't want to be second in command, then don't be. Be like, that doesn't interest me. You know what I'm saying? Or you can ask my famous question: can you afford it? The answer is most likely no. So, you can rest assured on that. Be serious with the Queen of Swords. Be serious and be direct. Don't beat around the bush with this person. If they're trying to like play you or play games or manipulate you or any of that stuff, or try to work you into some, open relationship that you don't want, then don't go for it. You're too cute for that. You don't have to settle for that type of shenanigans. Look at this. I'm getting really strong Sag energy. Really strong Sag energy. Look at this, the world. And the Empress, what did I tell you? You were too daggone fly for this ridiculousness. And I promise you, even if there is another person that is involved, you are definitely, and I'm all for women, I guess. I'm all for women. I'm not here to say a better woman or less than woman, but you're popping up as the Empress, and this other person is popping up as the Queen of Cups. You know, that speaks for itself. And then we have the Five of Pentacles here. So I do think that Spirit is, telling you, wait. I don't think that this person is going to leave you alone. The Knight of Wands, they have every intention of coming back, Um, but people, men in particular, they get away with whatever you allow them to get away with. If you allow them to breadcrumb you, then they will breadcrumb you. If you demand respect, then they will give you respect in time. They can be stubborn. Um, so yeah, I feel like Spirit is telling you, just a friendly reminder to keep putting out that energy that you expect to receive. Don't expect anything less than what you want. If this person is coming at you with less than what you want, then don't take it. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take them now. And it doesn't mean that they're bad forever. It doesn't mean that that you're not going to align at some point in time. It's just the way that they're showing up right now, specifically Power One. I don't know if this is what you want. If this is what you want, go for it. But if this isn't, then be real. Focus in on work, school, another community, money, finances, your own resources. And I hate saying that. I was literally talking to my sister earlier. I hate being like, oh, self-love, self-love, self-love. That's so boring. And, it takes so long. This is lonely. So I'm not even necessarily seeing that, because even then, this is just exploring other options outside of romantic connections with all this pinnacle energy. You can get to this Ten of Cups, but I feel like you're going to have it more so with friends, community, networks, going out with your girlfriends, that type of energy. You're not meant to just give in to, your romantic whims right now, is kind of what I'm getting. So, any final words for pile number one and the lovesick messages? Any final words? Yeah, that's so funny. You're the bee's knees. You're attractive right now. You have a lot coming in for you. Demand that respect. The Queen of Wands is here. She's open. She's ready. Put this on pause until they come with something substantial. If they're giving this page energy, put it down. That's really what I'm getting. Put it down. So that's what I got for you, Pile One. Really interesting, kind of fun. Look at this. They're going to communicate with you. I promise you. You're going to hear from them. You're going to hear from them really soon. Really soon, they're going to communicate with you. So just be prepared for that. And if they come with crumbs, don't be offended. It's not you, it's them. You know, tell them to kiss your ass. You know, you don't have to do all that. But stand your ground. Demand that respect. Don't give in too easily. That's all I can say. You know, don't give in too easily. That'll be to your detriment. Okay. All right. So let's move on to pile number two. So that was fun. That was fun. Pile one, I think it's gonna work out. Don't. This is very temporary and of the moment. I think that they're gonna mature and grow. I don't think that that's the end of it. But anyways, moving on. So pile number two. This is if you pick this like crazy deck that I use now. There's so much rumbling. Pile number two, we got the Two of Swords and the Four of Wands. The Knight of Swords. There's somebody, you pile two, I feel like you blocked somebody or you're blocking someone's energy from communicating with you or you've been blocked. So if, we'll keep digging. The Four of Cups. Yep, the Seven of Swords. Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. The Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Um, so there's certainly been a blocked communication from you and this person. If that doesn't resonate, then this might not be your pile because this is very specific. There's some blocked communication that's happening between you and another person. They're trying to sneak around it though. For some of you guys, I'm also getting that this could be like a love or a work affair, or there's other people that are involved that are preventing you from like exploring this relationship fully. You're definitely like, I'm not trying to get into, um, I'm not trying to get into anything that's going to cause a lot of drama or stir up anything. This is nobody's business. It feels like you're very much to yourself. Um, there's other people that are involved. Maybe this is a friendship group. Oh, it is so loud right now. I apologize. Maybe this is a friendship group or something. I'm just getting that there's other cooks in the kitchen. There's other people that are involved. Not necessarily in the way that pile one was, but just like friends, commentators. Perhaps this is somebody too, which I'm getting that your friends or people around you like do not approve of. And so you block them because people around you don't approve of this connection, but you still are kind of sneaking around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No judgment here. Like, trying to see anything. Gotta make sure that melanin stay, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't keep these wrinkles. Hold on. Card fell. Ah, so hard to get up. Yeah, the Three of Cups. There's definitely other opinions in this connection that make it more complicated. Um, there's blocked communication. That's little. Like, let's keep digging. I feel like you blocked this person, and they were trying to get in contact with you, and I'm sorry if this like bothers you what I'm about to say, pile number two. But they were trying to get in contact with you, but they gave up. If you have blocked them, they're not trying to contact you anymore. With the Ten of Swords here, the Knight of Wands, they would have to get more creative with how they would reach out to you. Yeah, look at that, the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this relationship is extremely stagnant, pile two. Like there's like nothing happening. If this does not relate, then pick another pile because there's nothing happening in this. You guys had a falling out. The Five of Wands, of course. I was like, you guys had a falling out. You guys are no longer speaking. You're not on the same terms. You're over it. They're over it. You have been focusing on your coin. You've looked elsewhere. You're not paying attention to them. They're curious about you. They're wondering about you, but they don't want to be rejected anymore. Like they finally got the message. Is what I'm getting. You could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Somebody who played hot cold with you, and then you went cold, started focusing on yourself, focusing on your business, and now, you forced them to walk away. So this is definitely a separation pile. Yeah, the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is. I don't mean to be so blunt and so harsh, but this pile two is like over. Whoever you asked about or whatever you thought you were going to hear, this is yeah. The Ten of Swords keeps sticking up at me. This is over. Um, so perhaps you were going back and forth with somebody. This person could have been married, you know, um, but you're like you're done with it. You learned the lesson, or you were like, I can do better than this, and you're like, I'm walking away from this. I'm no longer going to subject myself to the shenanigans, and I couldn't be happier. Excuse me. So you might have just clicked on this pile too, just because you were like, oh, AD posted. I'm going to see what she talks about. I don't really care about love, but I'm gonna come say hey. So hey, thanks for the support. Like, cause this is pretty much anti-love. You're so focused on, you know, your vision, executing your goals. You're not interested in that shenanigan. The Ten of Pentacles. If it's not about a legacy, if it's not about the long term, you are just genuinely not interested in it. And I applaud you for real. You're you're taking off in a new light. For others of you, you know, if you're still here with me, this could deal with um, like a long, a past, like deep past relationship. You were hung up on it months, years ago, even. You've done a lot of the work, the self improvement, the solo psychology. You got to the bottom of it, and you're like, I'm over it. Yeah, you found your own happiness within yourself. You know, this is all about self fulfillment. Like this is you're not lovesick. You have cured yourself, changed directions, picked somebody new. I just heard Patti LaBelle. I got a new attitude. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, you put it to the ground. I feel like the thing that you have really been improving on has been your own ego. The Eight of Swords to the Strength card. You were like stuck in ego. You were feeling like having low self esteem. That's over now. But it's over now. Don't want to take about. Oh, grab your clothes and get gone. Like you were definitely to the left, to the left. You're over it. This is a quick reading. I'm trying to see if there's anything else to even talk about because you're freaking over it. Over this person. They're blocked. You done moved on. Yeah. You didn't like being in that state of confusion anymore. They played with you. They played with you for too long. And you cut them out. You cut them out, cut them off. Good for you. So let's just see, I guess, what's next then, right? I think, yeah, what's next for you in time, seven, okay? So this isn't going to be tomorrow, but I really feel like what's next for you is going to be um, love that you really care about, somebody that you genuinely care about, somebody who's emotionally available, you know? I feel like the person that you were dealing with before, again, they popped up as the King of Swords. They were hot, cold, they were on, off, they just were not giving, there were breadcrumbing. You finally put a rest to it. You not fixed, that's not the right word, but you went deep into yourself and looked at where those self-esteem issues were rooted, why you were allowing somebody to treat you like this. You decided that that was no longer how you wanted to be treated, and you packed up and moved the freak on. So in time, you are actually going to attract a partner who is very emotionally available. I feel like you've even moved past like what would typically used to attract you. Perhaps before you were like really attracted to money, and then like you were like they need to be financially successful. You met somebody who was financially successful. They were absent in other ways, and you were like, you know what? I realized after all of that, I really appreciate somebody who is very kind and giving and open, and somebody who's going to be emotionally there for me. I value that more than how much money they're making. So I kind of see you pivoting a little bit about what your expectations are in relationships. It could be vice versa, right? But I am seeing a King of Swords to a King of Cups, which is quite polar different energies. You want somebody who is more predictable, is what I'm hearing. You want somebody who is like more predictable, somebody who is more settled, somebody who just isn't so up and down, somebody who is comfortable in their own selves because you've done all this work to be comfortable in yourself. And I feel like in the relationship that you were in before, it was a karmic, especially with this devil card here, it was a karmic, and they reflected back to you some of your contradictions within yourself. And that's beautiful, you know, because that's how we learn. Um, so yeah, the King of Pentacles. What did I say? Predictable. You want somebody predictable. You want somebody solid. I'm getting really strong Capricorn energies. Maybe a Earth, Water sign. You know, Taurus, Pisces, shout out to my Western chart, or a Capricorn Scorpio, any of that stuff. Shout out to my Vedic chart. You're looking for me in a man. No, I'm totally kidding. But in general, you're just looking for something a little bit more stable. Yeah. I feel like again you put this heartbreak towards work and you've expanded in other ways and now you are so moving on. I do feel like marriage is ahead for you. Marriage is certainly ahead for you because you've learned how to mediate your heart. Um, so again, I saw the number seven, so it's not gonna be, this could be 7 months. For some of you, it's 7 years. I'm not sure how comfortable you are in your singleness. Some of you might be really, really single. You really have cut off anybody who doesn't serve you anymore. But I do see a long-term commitment for you coming in the nick of time. Whenever you're like, whenever you discover what it is that you want or what it is that you need. So that's really beautiful. So let me see, is there anything else for Pile 2 that they would like to, that Spirit would like to tell them? Have fun, be free. Yeah, look, you got the Nine of Pentacles. There we go. The Fool to the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you have totally put this energy into yourself. Rest, recover. You've been through a lot. This relationship was a lot. It tested you on all fronts. And so, yeah, now it's time for you to focus on your own success and don't let people distract you because you are going to be receiving quite a bit of attention from 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 other people. Oh shoot! Look at this, the Star card. You're destined for greatness, right? Um, so yeah, don't let anybody come in behind you. And I feel like Spirit is telling me to tell you that this person is going to still find ways to contact you in the future. Not right now. Like I said, it's pretty stagnant right now. But in the future, sorry, that touched my face. But in the future, I really feel like there is going to be an energy here where like you're going to be shining, and so they're going to want to get in contact with you. It could be like, right before your freaking wedding that you're going to have. They're like, oh, they're going to write you a letter or some shit. And you're like, ooh. So, yeah, Pal 2, congratulations. Yeah, look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, Pal 2, congratulations. I feel like you really have fought some demons. It's time for you to have fun. You can still date and flirt. I don't think that you're going to be like a nun, but I certainly feel like you're not giving yourself up to just anybody who comes your way. You're really very determined to have somebody who meets your standards because now you know exactly what you need and what you expect in a relationship, and that is emotional security above anything else, okay? So, cool. Cool, all right? Last but not least, let's go ahead and move into pile number 3 if you pick the Hermetic Tarot deck. These lives, I don't know what it is. Mars just moved to my first house. So, I just feel like I've been like so fast with stuff, but the messages are coming fast, and so there's no need to sit and like, overly repeat myself or any of that stuff. Say what it is and keep it moving. Shit. But thank you for being here. I love you. I love you all, for real. Alright, so pile 3. Let's see what is going on for you, love-wise. The 8 of Cups. Oops. 2 of Swords. The Sun. That's nice, right? Things are just kind of up in the air. The 3 of Wands. King of Pentacles, the Devil. Definitely could be dealing with a Capricorn up next to the Lovers. This is probably one of my favorite combos in tarot. The Lovers and the Devil, because they in traditional Rider-Waite, it's the same couple. I don't know if you've ever paid attention, but it's the same couple. But the couple's in the Garden of Eden, and then the couple is not in the Garden of Eden. So this is a really powerful connection. This is when I get like twin flame energy. This is when I get like karmic soul contracts, all that stuff. A lot of passion, but also a lot of divisiveness. It's like you feel super drawn to this person. You feel chained. I don't know if you're a fan of the Pixies. We're chained, we're chained, and hey, been trying to meet you. Hey, yeah, somebody's like been trying to meet you. It must have been the devil between us, or in my head, hoes in my bed. So I'm kind of getting energy. Yeah, this energy. I'm sorry. This is like there's so much coming in because this relationship is pretty complicated and it's been over a long period of time. Where I feel like somebody that you were interested in and had a very strong connection with, a very powerful sexual connection with, at that. They just let other people get in the way, but you were always like connected to them. Yeah, this person definitely could have like strong Capricorn energy, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising in particular. I'm also getting a lot of Aries energy as well. And Saturn, like I'm also I like the Hermetic Tarot too because it has all the astrology pieces, so I'm able to tell a story in a different way. So I'm getting this mixture of like Aries and Saturn, Mars and Saturn. So it's like again, it was a lot of passion. It came in hot, but then it was stunted. Like it's just like this push, pull. Are they? Aren't they? Will they? Won't they? Like you just kept being in like this rhythm. Okay, so let's see where this is going. Again, if this doesn't make sense, then maybe this is your power, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We're getting the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is past. This is the past. I just, it's so crazy. I heard it's karmic like that. I don't know whose guide that was, but it was like, it's karmic. I don't know. It was very specific. And then got the King of Wands and the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So let me process this because this is like all over the place. I'm getting so much information at once. Which makes sense. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This could also be multiple people. So, Pal 3, I feel like, you know what it is? You are like past, like, I'm not sure if you watched this whole thing, but if you saw Pal 2s or whatever, they're like in this state where they're like, I'm fine by myself and that's where I am. You have gone through that phase. You've walked away from certain relationships. You've disconnected certain relationships. Perhaps you were Pal 2 and now you're staying for Pal 3. Um, you've disconnected from certain relationships and now again you just have a clear idea of what you want and what you expect out of a relationship when it comes to other people. Perhaps you want to sit in your divine feminine and so you're looking for somebody who is extremely masculine. Okay, you're looking for a King of Wands figure and you're walking towards that. I'm getting strong Leo energy and strong Aries energy. This person that you are manifesting or walking towards with the Eight of Cups here, I don't think you know this person yet. This person that you are walking towards, they are definitely like red. There's something about them. Either you meet them, they're wearing red, they're red, like undertones, they have red hair. There's just something very fiery about this person. Excuse me, because I imagine that they're like pretty, like Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, somewhere in those top three, and you can see it. I just heard for some of you, you might meet them and they're sunburnt, like they're just like, oh, I was in, the beach somewhere and now I'm a little sunburnt, like they're red. Um, that's a signal for you when you meet this person, or you have on red. So if you're trying to attract somebody fiery and passionate, you might want to incorporate red into your wardrobe. Just a little side note. But I just feel like you walked away from things that have been emotionally like reeling for you. Like all you wanted was for this thing to work out and it didn't. And so you walked away from that, the Eight of Cups. And now you're walking towards your own sunshine. You refuse to lose. And because of this, I feel like you're going to be meeting like this really strong karmic. That being said, you dealt with a karmic. There's somebody from your past that feels like they're kind of buzzing around. You might not even see this person with the Two of Swords here. But we have the King of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. So there's like an earthy energy, somebody who's holding on to you, or they're like, yeah, they don't want you to go away. They don't want you to walk away. I want to see what this cards look like without the King of Wands here. That feels like another. I'm sorry this is so jumbled, Pile 3, but I just feel like there's just a lot happening. So you're about to be faced with a crossroad, essentially, where you could have somebody who you're very passionate about in the past. They're coming back. I do want to say that this person was a match. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles right on top of each other. There's a comfort here. This person is comfortable to you, and you're comfortable to them. And so you have a choice if you're going to expand and grow and where you're headed. But the gag is that this person is tied to your past. I feel like you're at a crossroad because you could be elevating in some way. This could be in career wise. This could be just wanting to move. This could be going somewhere new. There's something really interesting here where it feels like you could. So I'm kind of getting like the scenario of, let's say that you were dating somebody forever from your hometown. You put in a lot of energy of this person, and you really love this person, right? And you guys are very close, and you guys are very comfortable with one another. But you have dreams of like quitting your job and moving to the big city. You don't like the small town life anymore. So you've been going with this person. They're comfortable in like the small humdrum of this. You could marry them, have a nice life, live in the suburbs, and call it a day. Or you could move, leave them behind, and meet somebody who's more of like a city boy. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like you're like at this crossroad where you could stay comfortable, stay where you are, or you could explore some new territories and meet somebody who's up your speed. There is no wrong answer. It is your choice, you know. If you are comfortable where you are and you want to stay where you are, then pick the person that you're most familiar with, pal three. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are wanting to explore and you're wanting something passionate and fiery and something that is not necessarily, not that it's uncomfortable, but it's just adventurous. It's the opposite of hometown. This person travels. This person goes and sees the world, and they want to bring you. They want to bring you alongside them. If you want that, then stay open. Don't commit quite yet to this person who, to me, feels very, very, very familiar. So it's very interesting where you are, pal three. I'm not sure if you see this coming, especially with the two of swords. I'm gonna pull some more cards. Everybody else got more cards, but that's sorry it came out so jumbled because I just think that there's quite a few people who are fighting for your attention, and these are all really strong potential matches for you. Ironically, I know that we use twin flame a lot in this community. Oh, that's your twin flame. That's your twin flame. That's your twin flame. Yes, but I feel like you can absolutely have multiple. I hate twin because twin seems like singular, but I feel like if you are truly an old soul and you've experienced a lot, I'm definitely seeing here Pisces, Saturn and Pisces, or just Piscean energy, and you're an old soul and you've lived and died and lived and died and lived and died. You have definitely collected all of these soul contracts over your lifetime. So a singular twin flame is not for you. You've met a lot of people. When I described the devil and the lovers combination, you have a few people that probably came to mind where you're just like, golly, we were together, but other people got in the way of our connections. But every time we meet each other, I mean, it's just so passionate, and we're always going to be entangled, and they're never going to be that far from me spiritually. This seems like a really constant thing in your life. So I really feel like overall you've encountered this type of relationship a lot. But right now, I would say to tell you who these people are, one is completely new. I don't even think you know this person yet. The other person is somebody from your past, probably somebody from your hometown, or just somebody that you knew when you were very, very young and naive. But they bring a lot of comfort to you. They're very comfortable and sensual. Very sensual. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Whew, that. The hangman. Look at that. That Pisces energy that I was telling you about. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I want to see more. Okay, so I'm getting a message that your love life is extremely stagnant. Like there's like nothing happening. But okay, it's gonna pick up, and it's gonna pick up, and here's how it is going to pick up. Work. You're gonna be working. You're gonna be in different circles. You're literally gonna be running in some different circles, some different communities. The Three of Pentacles has been everywhere. Sorry, it's so freaking loud. The Three of Pentacles has been everywhere. So I really feel like when you start working or when you start networking or meeting other people, that's when you start putting yourself out there, and it's like an object of motion stays in motion. So once you get in motion, that's when all of this energy here starts crossing over, starts coming out. The Wheel of Fortune, you get out of this really stagnant energy, and look, you are so freaking attractive. The Queen of Wands here. Look at this boss energy. You're bossed up, this Leo energy, you're shining. And like I said, yeah, I put this to the side, the King of Wands. So it looks like you're gonna meet your match. You're gonna meet your other match. What a ride, Pal 3. What a freaking ride. I'm here for it because again, and I don't think, and I don't want to put any pressure on you because I don't feel like this is like a decision that you have to make now. But if there was a time in your life to take a risk and take a leap of faith and kind of do something a little crazy, yeah, judgment, and go into the unknown and the unexpected, it would be now. It would literally be now. I don't want to say that this King of Pentacles is always going to be there. That's such a. I don't want to say that, but they'll be patient with you. You know, I don't know how to word it. Wow, the Two of Cups came out. The King of Pentacles will be patient with you. They'll wait. I know. I'm sorry. Like I don't want to paint a picture to be like, oh, this person will be there forever, or do what you want, have a good time. But I kind of do because they aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, and they understand. I think that you and this person have such a deep, deep, deep fundamental understanding of one another because you have been in like these soul contracts across lifetimes, that you and the King of Pentacles, you always come back to one another every time, even if it's lifetimes across. So they're just like, they understand that you have an adventurous side that they don't. They're very homey. They're very homebody-ish. They might have Cancer energy. They don't really feel the need to explore. They don't really want to leave their city, but they love that you do, and they want you to have a good time, and they want to see you shine, and they want to see you prosper. And they're like, just when you come home, come say hi. When you come home, come spend time with me. So for a lot of you guys, that King of Pentacles is going to be a steady fixture in your life, whether you're giving to them or not. Even though it's stagnant right now, they have really realized, in my opinion, that they genuinely love you and that they will wait for you because there is no one for you but them. However, there is somebody else for you that's not them. Because you just need another, you just need more, you just need more. A few more cards. But yeah, don't worry. Don't worry that if your love life, um, if your love life is just dismal right now, because it's gonna pick up a lot. Like once you start getting out there working, you saw the Ace of Wands. It's gonna pick up a hell of a lot. Okay, one more. Oh golly. Oh gosh. Seven of. Okay, I need more. This is like another storyline. Goodness gracious, Pile 3! Pile 2 was so open and shut. Pile 1 was open and shut. Y'all are a little bit more complicated. You're also in the midst of like clearing out other energies. So I really feel I'm getting really strong Sagittarius energy and Capricorn energy. So this person could have a birthday in December or moon energy here, where somebody who just really took a long, long, long time. They're going to communicate with you, but it's too late. Somebody that you've been waiting for, they're going to communicate with you. It's too late. Because once this King of Wands energy enters the chat, it's going to really consume you. Okay? Um, you're going to be very busy. You're going to be very lively. This person is extremely lively, and they want you. And you want them. You're like a match, a real match. You guys move the same, you think the same, you are just on the same energy. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before. I personally haven't. But you and this King of Wands are just boom, boom, there. And so there are people who, kind of like what I was saying earlier, who just kind of thought that you were just going to be there hanging out and waiting for them. You're not. And so they're going to come back towards you, and your defenses are going to be up because they just took too long. So there is somebody who's thinking about you now as we speak. There's somebody who's wanting to communicate with you, wanting to reach out with you, to you, wanting to hang out with you. But that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because it's too late. The Five of Cups. Yeah, they're going to be really disappointed. I'm picking up on Scorpio energy. There's Virgo energy here. Cancer. Because you're going to be gone. You're going to be traveling. Like, I literally think that you're going to be too far for them to reach you. And they know that they just took too long. Look at this. The Knight of Cups to the Princess of Wands. But they're really passionate about you. They're just very immature. They're still growing up. So I know this reading was all over the place, but this is about three. I want to say there are about three energies that I picked up on. King of Wands, who's completely new, a new person, passionate, adventurous, close to what you've manifested for yourself. Somebody that you've known for a very long time and are very comfortable with, and then somebody who just was extremely slow and did not and has not they never completed the job. And you could have given this person time too. I don't even want to say that you're like moving so fast. This could You could have given this person an adequate amount of time, and they just didn't produce. And by the time that they want to come towards you, and they're passionate and they're like ready for you, you're literally gone. Like, you might even be, I don't know how much you want to travel, but with this Eight of Wands and the Sag energy, you could literally be overseas. You could be across the country. I was like, but you could be across the country, any of that stuff. So, Five of Swords. Miscommunication. So, I don't know. So, I guess, let me just round this energy out. Any last words, Spirit, for my Paul number 3 years? Because this is interesting. It's funny that all this stuff is happening, because there's literally nothing happening on the surface, but beneath the surface in the spiritual realm, it's so much. Oh, I love this Paul 3. You know what? As cheesy as this is, I just heard, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Strong Pisces, Cancer energy here, okay? All the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But particularly Pisces and Cancer. So follow your intuition. And here's the thing. Sit in your feminine. I really feel like this is kind of with the Princess of Cups here. I really do feel like you're in this princess energy and era. You kind of have earned, right, to be fought over. You've earned to, have these options. I think that you've invested equally into each of these connections. Even, the new one hasn't arrived yet, but you manifested it. You know what I'm saying? You've done the work to get that type of partner. That type of partner is one that that people dream of, because it's he. I'm sorry if it's a woman, not to gender it, but this person that's coming in for you, they're on their shit. They don't play with chumps. It's an honor to be with this person, as it's an honor to be with you. But I'm hyping this person up because they're your equal, they're your match. And that's only because you've done the work to know what a match is for you. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. Sorry, that was a little tangent. But the moral of the story is, nothing is, I just saw that, the Moonology card. There is nothing written in stone. Each of these lovers mean something to you, and you have a contract with them. You don't have to make a decision about any of them today, tomorrow, or the next day. Experience and explore. I'm not here to tell you who to pick, because you might, the guy, right, the person who comes in next might be too much. You might be like, I want a simple life. And I would rather be, with somebody that I'm very comfortable and familiar with. You have that person. You might continue to put all this energy into this person who's taken a long time. Maybe they actually grow up, and you're like, oh, you actually grew up. I want to truly invest in this. Like, you have time. This love triangle, this love life that you got, as stagnant as it is right now, I feel like it really is going to get very interesting very quickly and over the course of time. Okay? So don't take this reading, especially you, Pal 3. Do not take this reading as like a, oh, this is only going to be a couple of months. No, this could be a few years where you're kind of in between these energies, because like I stated, your work life is about to take off. So this is kind of all intermingled and interchanged. Um, so just follow your heart, because if you came to this pile three reading, right, all of you are going to pick a different version, right? Some of you might pick that hometown hottie that you know grew up with. Some of you might pick the King of Wands energy who's coming in raw. Others of you are going to pick this person who's still growing into themselves. You know, and at some point you might find yourself in a serious relationship with all three of them. You know, not maybe not at the same time, but life. This is life. You know, this is not. This is like a game of musical chairs until you die. You know, so you really can't chill out. You know, chill out, Pal Three, because you have a lot of options, and these are only just the main three that are coming in now. This doesn't have to be, this is just the present energies right now. There's still more people who are going to come and come towards you. That's just the truth. You have a lot of past lifetimes. So you have a lot of contracts. But right now, these are the top three. And yeah, they're all safe. You know, they're all safe. You can't be wrong. I hope that that's comforting. It's like you're not going to pick wrong. You're going to pick what's right for you. So, whew, pile three, that was a lot. So I'm happy that I did this reading. Because yeah, I know, like I said, I was very like freaking humana, because I'm definitely in this pile three phase where like nothing's happening and I'm so bored. But you know, that's not going to be the case. That is not going to be the case much longer. Just in general, things are going to start shaking. Things are going to start moving. So how exciting, guys! Okay. So without any further ado, let's close it there. I really appreciate you guys. If you have any suggestions that you would like, please go ahead and drop them in the comment section. And yeah, I'll probably do something. I'll try to do a reading or something tomorrow. So yeah, excuse me. Peace.